Ever since I was a child, I have been obsessed with two things: Manifest Destiny and Philly cheesesteaks. My infatuation with cheesesteaks probably comes from the fact that I was practically born and raised on the things. My parents were both picky eaters, and it just happened that it was one of the things that they both agreed were delicious. My love of Manifest Destiny has more of a story to it, though. You see, I spent a lot of my spare time on the school playground playing basketball, but one day a couple of town thugs started pushing my friends and I around, and I decided to fight back. It turned out that that was a bad idea later on, because I started getting threats on my doorstep. All this business scared my poor mother to death, so she up and went to the airport, got me a ticket, and told me without warning that she was going to send me all the way to Los Angeles to live with my rich aunt and uncle. I tried to tell her that I wanted to stay and that I could handle myself, but she was hearing none of it. She packed my bags for me, gave me the ticket, kissed me goodbye, and then kicked me out. I didn't have anywhere to go but Los Angeles at this point, so I just did as my mother said and left. When I boarded the plane, I found out that my uncle and aunt had paid for the ticket because I was seated in first class and served orange juice out of a champagne glass. For a while, I forgot about the life I had left behind and started thinking about my new one. If living with my relatives was anything like being in first class, then it must be all right. In the same moment, I thought about how they might be too upscale for me and we'd clash because of it. But I threw the thought from my head because I knew my mom wouldn't put me in a situation like that. When I got off the plane at the airport, I got my luggage, went to the front, and saw a man dressed in a black suit that was holding a sign with my name on it. I later learned that his suit was more similar to that of a limousine driver, but at the time I'd only ever seen suits like that in the window of a clothing store and on cops. I shot up in surprise at the cop holding my name outside the airport and bolted like lightning for the exit before he could see me. I ran a bit away, but wasn't about to walk all the way to my aunt and uncle's house while carrying all my luggage, so I hailed a cab. When the car pulled up, I noticed how tacky it looked with its old design, fuzzy dice on the rearview mirror, and custom license plate. Its appearance made me hesitate, but I decided to forget about my reservations and get in. The cab pulled up to the mansion at about 7:30 p.m. I got out, got my luggage, and said, "Yo home, smell you later," before I turned around to look at my kingdom. I was finally there, to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel-Air!